I'm Sylvie, the Crafty Old Lady. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe. Today we're doing a flip through of my summer 2025 journal. I did add this little flower that my daughter, I believe it's crocheted, and then she made a tassel that I put on the side there on the spine. So it says here I started at June 28th, 2025, but when you turn the page, it says June 27th. And this is a clown that was in the park. Under here is, I just made a flap and there's a photo under there. This is an envelope that flips this way, and then there's more information about stuff that I got at that little children's festival. Okay, so over here I just have some more flips that I made out of journaling cards and with pictures on the other side, and then under this one is a glassine bag with more pictures in it. This is our dog Dobby. We took him to his favorite park, and I just wanted to document pictures of Dobby. And in here got this one, and I put tabs on them. I thought that would be cute. This was a Canada lily that we found in the park, and they're kind of rare actually. And then another one of Dobby, and then there's more. What is in here? A little envelope with a, what is this? Oh, this is a receipt from some native plants that we bought to put in our yard. So I put that in there, I guess. Must have got them at the same time. I wouldn't mind getting a Canada lily. Actually, this was a little waterfall. Actually, it's usually pretty big, but it's been very dry this summer. You can see just a tiny trickle. Usually it's gushing. This was in the park. It's a giant potato. I don't know what that was doing there. Here are some of the native plants that we planted, and this is like a toad that was only about this big. And, or no, not, was it? Yeah, it was a toad. I looked it up. We also have little tiny tree frogs too, but I saw these on Facebook, and when I was growing up, I lived in New Jersey, and we always traveled to Indiana to visit our relatives every summer, and we always stopped at Bob's Big Boy, and I loved Bob's Big Boy. When I saw Bob's Big Boy's graveyard, I decided to put it in my journal. Here's Bethany looking at the garden. She's smelling milkweed, and if you don't realize it, whoops, milkweed smells divine. And these are just some of the plants that we're growing in the yard. In here is a card that I got from a friend, and then I put my oldest granddaughter's 10th birthday party picture there. This was the 4th of July of some pictures that I had to cover. But yeah, there was a parade, and then we had a picnic or a cookout, and they are actually watching some fireworks that my husband put out. This was just another picnic where we went fishing, or tried to go fishing. Bethany was only interested in fishing for about 2 seconds, but we did have a nice little walk, and got outside in the fresh air. This is just something Bethany made, and this she made too. A McDonald's pack. I put this is a beach towel that I had gotten for Bethany. She likes to use beach towels when she takes a bath. And I love you, Sylvia. This little card she made for me. I don't remember what's on the inside. If anything, maybe nothing. I don't remember. Oh, there we go. A cat and a flower. So I put that in this big giant McDonald's French fry thing. Dove soap, and in here is what looks like a business card, and I flipped it. Over here we went to on a hike with our 2 oldest grandkids. That's our town. This is the top of a little mountain or a hill. You can look down on the town. These are either northern flicker feathers or red-tailed hawks. I couldn't get a definitive identification of them, but these are some of our echinaceas. My daughter-in-law's birthday pictures. We went to Gilbert Lake State Park, And our grandson went canoeing, or not canoeing, kayaking with Grandpa, and the others were just playing in the water. We took our two oldest grandkids to an aquarium. This aquarium is actually in Schenectady, New York, and I just took some pictures, and I got a postcard of events they have there and their brochure. And then over here, there's a little seahorse there. I don't know if you can tell, but it was awfully cute. And that was the cutest little octopus. He was just cute. He had like a personality, it seemed like. So that's there. After the aquarium, we went out for lunch. And we also went to a park, and my granddaughter found a heart-shaped root sticking out of the ground. So we thought that was cute. We went fishing again with our two oldest grandkids, and my granddaughter found this heart in the park. Someone makes these hearts and leaves them in the park all the time. I was really hoping there would be one that day we went, and so my granddaughter could get it, and she did. And then we came home and made one, and she gave it to her friend when she got back home. My grandson fell asleep. He's so cute. And I think I put this in here that day because he kept wanting Band-Aids for some reason. He had, I don't know, cut his finger or something at home a few days before, and he kept wanting me to put Band-Aids on his finger even though it looked fine. This is Tuckhannock Falls, beautiful place near Ithaca. And this is, you could go to this is where we were at the top on this side. It's really farther away than that. That's a close-up. And then these are at the bottom of the falls. And this, I don't know if you can tell, is a 4-inch millipede. It was gross. My grandson found an assassin bug, and this was a longhorn beetle. So I got pictures of those. This is a plant that my husband always thought was deadly nightshade, and it's not. I forget what it is called, but it's not deadly nightshade. But it is toxic, but it won't kill you. And this is what is it called? Bittersweet. So that's actually bittersweet. And then, of course, that's a sunflower. This is agastache. And I don't doubt you can tell, but this was an Indian pipe plant that we found actually when we were at on one of the hikes. A monarch. My daughter Bethany went to a dance, a barn dance, and they sent me a picture of that. This is Bee Balm and a Black-Eyed Susan. This is my son and daughter-in-law. They went to Watkins Glen that weekend that I had their grandkids, or that I had their kids. And then we took, my grandson stayed longer than my granddaughter, and we took him to, this was our last day together. Our daughter Rachel got here, and we took her to Binghamton so my son could see her, and we went out for lunch that day. And this is a tiger swallowtail butterfly. There's a little bumblebee on our bee balm. This was a pumpkin that we had growing, and unfortunately we had about 30 pumpkin flowers and only about 3 pumpkins, and none of them lived. This was the biggest one. It was about that big, and then it just started rotting. And then all the other ones only got to be about this big before they rotted. Same thing with our watermelons. I don't know what happened. When we were visiting our son in Binghamton, we went to the mall there, and my daughter loves Bath & Body Works, and these are little things you can spray the scents on, and so you can see what they smell like, and so I have put them in here. They don't really smell that much anymore. This is a list I put. My daughter asked me to make some journals for her friends back home, so that was a list of things that we were going to do. These are more of our flowers. Bethany was picking tomatoes. She likes to pick tomatoes. We went to the Otsego County Fair, and this is a peacock. This is a patch, but I put it in there, Wildland Protector. I just kind of liked, I picked up any kind of literature that I could and put it in my journal. This is a tag that I made. I was talking about picking up my daughter in Scranton, PA, and we went to Chick-fil-A for the very first time. I think this is more literature from the fair. This was a little bag that my daughter made out of some, I don't know if it was wrapping paper, or, so I put that in there. This is an envelope that I made a long time ago. And in this, what did I put in this? Oh, information about native plants and pollinators. So that goes in here. And this is another one of the bags, and another one of Bethany's family portraits. Another family portrait from Bethany. This is stuff that my daughter brought with her. She made us dinner one night, and she made Japanese curry, which was delicious, by the way. This was candy that looks like mushroom, or not, well, it was more like a cookie with chocolate over it. And they look like little mushrooms. Lucky Brand. Oh, I got us 2 shirts from TJ Maxx. That's what that is. Round Hill Furniture. I don't even remember what that is, to be honest. It might be the stool that I got for sitting on at my desk. This is a tea bag cover that my daughter brought from Japan. You can see the Japanese writing on that. This is another clothing tag. Oh, this was actually from a little bag that my daughter got for Bethany. It says Japan on there. So I kept the tag because I thought the colors were so pretty. These are just some drawings that my daughter made. More wrapping from something she brought. This is something that we thought we might like to try to do sometime with our son and daughter-in-law, is ride the rails. It's like a pedal car. We thought that might be fun, but we didn't want to do it in the hot summer. This is more wrapping paper that my daughter gave me, and I didn't want to cover that up. This was the Shenango County Fair that we went to. Some stuff from that. Oh, there was this pig there. This opens up, and you can really get a lot of information about pollination and stuff. These were 2 fortune cookies that we got. A night of inner peace is calling you tonight. Teach your children the value of authenticity and staying true to themselves. But this pig, I had to stop watching because he was trying to make the pig sing, go oink oink for Old MacDonald, and I'm pretty sure he was pinching it on the neck to make it squeal. And I was not in for that. And then they tried to make, well, they did make goats walk on top of a barrel. One was inside the barrel and one was on top. And I don't know, that just rubbed me the wrong way. New York apple stuff and some drawings that my grandkids made at our family reunion. We went to the Fly Creek Cider Mill. Just a day. We took Bethany to the Fly Creek Cider Mill too. And there they are at the park. That's Bethany and my other daughter, Rachel. This is my son setting up his tent for the family reunion, and the 2 little kids were peeking in the window. And then we saw this go over the house, which I thought was really nice. And this is just some pictures of the grandkids. I thought that would be okay because his face is covered. You can't really tell what he looks like. And let's see, next page we don't want to show. A couple of pages of the family reunion that there were so many pictures on it, I didn't feel like covering them all up. This was a day that my grandson came to spend the day. I thought that picture was okay. He was watering the flowers, and then this is like a waterfall, and on each one is a picture of what we did that day. So looks like that. I don't know if there's any more you can see. Oh, that one's okay. And that one, he was watering my feet. And I think that's about the best. The rest of them are ones I don't want to show. So Yep, he has started coming now every Thursday again because his mom, you know, she's back at school working. And I put this on here because it just slips around so much. This was, oh, we went to visit our daughter in Pennsylvania. And this was a place we went with Smucker's Gardens. So that was inside the greenhouse. We had lunch there. And in here, there's, oh, a receipt. It's starting to turn black, as they sometimes do. So that was, I didn't realize that one was. And these are pictures at her house. I babysat one night so they could all go out to dinner. That was fun. Then we went to Lake Tobias Wildlife Park. And this is a flip out. I have a whole, several of these pages. I do have, you know, process videos. You can see in the other video that this was already starting to turn black. I didn't even notice it while I was editing. So I don't know why. The glue or something did that. Bethany found a caterpillar. And I looked it up, and it was called a white marked tussock moth. We went to the Iroquois Art Festival, and these were the dancers that were there. It was really, really nice. And this is like the program of everything that was happening. And they did dances, and then they invited everybody to come down and dance if they wanted to. These little guys were so cute. This is the storyteller. And look how cute they are. There was a little tiny girl too, but she was too shy to get up and dance. And this was a storyteller, and he was telling us the story of creation and how the woman was created first. And women seem to be more highly esteemed in their religion than some of the religions that I am familiar with. And when you're born, you become part of the mother's tribe or clan. And it doesn't matter where your father is from. If your mother was Oneida Indian or whatever, then you are Oneida. If the father was something else, you're not whatever the father was. And also I found out that all the names that we have, like the Seneca, the Oneida, Tuscarora, they're English names for what their real names were. Their real names were hard to describe, would be too hard for me to pronounce. My daughter's back in Japan, and her friend had given her, I think it's called a yukata, and showed her how to wear it and wanted her to wear it to this festival. And you might say it's cultural appropriation, but her friend is Japanese, born in Japan, and she gave her that gift and wanted her to wear it. And over here is a park that we went to, a state park. This was Labor Day, and it was Oquaga Creek State Park. It's usually hardly anybody there, but so I wanted to go and just have a peaceful, quiet day, listening to nature sounds. But there was 2 other very large families that were very loud, which is fine, you know. It just wasn't what I was expecting. Then we have some more of our flowers. I don't remember what that one is called. I think it was knapweed, maybe. That's Joe Pye weed. This was a pink spotted jewelweed, which I thought was rare, but it's rare for me. I've never seen it except in this one spot that we went, and but apparently it's not rare. I looked it up. These are some old pictures of my grandkids that I took out of the frames to put new ones in, so I just put them in my journal. This, if you can see it, is a white squirrel that came to our bird feeder. He came once about, well, it may not be the same one, about 5 years ago, and just came back. And then my last page our little flowers. I walk my dog here. This is an abandoned road. It used to go through and it stops here. Over here is like a doctor's office, and at the end of that road, this in the end of their parking lot is this, so you can't go through anymore. But even flowers grow through the old cracking road. This wildflowers can grow even in the harshest places, like cracks in an abandoned road. Urban decay. I just tried out some stamps from Dollar Tree. Had a couple pages left. Wanted to fill them up. Didn't have too much left. I didn't really have anything. I wanted this to start in September, although this did already start in September. But so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again next time.